Hello everybody and welcome back to Loop Hero. I am Solemn, the gamer who's bad at games, and honestly I couldn't wait to play a little bit more of this, so I'm recording it way earlier than I need to. Last time we finished off by placing the field kitchen, so that pretty much this time we're ready to go on our next expedition, but I promised I would show you the deck building aspect. Right now these are the possible cards that I can get, but if I go in here, you can see I got another one. Now, I think you can have a maximum of 12 cards, but I'm not positive, and each of these sections signifies how many you can have. You can only have 5 in this row, basically, but you can have as few as 2. So basically, they want to make sure that you're not just like spamming on one card to grind materials, which makes sense. They also want to make sure that you're not basically putting down too many quote-unquote good cards. Now, I might take some things out, but for now, we're going to stick with everything we have here. We're just going to add on the Blood Grove, which you can see can be placed near a forest, or near a forest adjacent to the road. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 15% HP left. Having said that, you can place a few of these next to each other to get a few different effects, but we'll look at that in a bit. And having said that, we can't really do too much else here. As you can see, I didn't really look at it last time, but this kind of gives you a breakdown of what's going on in the expedition you've selected. We're in Chapter 1, and, you know, they have very few enemies, have very few abilities, they're a little bit weaker, etc. I've picked the warrior, this is exactly what's going on with that. And, yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and get right back into it. Let's see what our map looks like. Doesn't look too bad. Doing my little dance. Dooka 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 doo. Okay, let's punch a slime. Took me almost a whole day to get to the first slime. I'm gonna put that on there. That's alright. Alright, got a cemetery. We'll just plop that there. It doesn't really matter where. Alright, we got a rock. I want to leave some space to put meadows around it this time. Try to optimize this the best I can. Within the constraints of not knowing what the hell I'm doing anyways. Oh, we got a shield. Let's put that on. What does it do? Counter. That's alright. People suggest to most YouTubers that they kind of lean on 1 or 2 stats instead of trying to be a diverse god of everything, and I think that makes a lot of sense. The fact that our first equipment had counter, to me, suggests that we should probably lean on counter a little bit this time. The armor that I got was not as good as the armor I had, so we're not going to grab that. We're going to put this out, and I might actually have to pause the game again here. Alright, pause, put on a ring, put out a rock, drop down a grove, continue. Healed back to full, so we're doing alright still. That makes sense. It was only our first loop, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. Alright, got a shield, not better than one we have. We got spooters. Let's just spooters this area here, I guess. Alright. Got a better weapon. That's what we were looking for. Might not be the best, but it's good. 4 to 6 damage, yeah. It's better than just punching things to death. Alright, let's put down a mountain here. Rocks and mountains have very little difference, just one gives you more HP than the other, so technically it makes more sense to try to make your large mountain out of the rocks, because then it's more worth it, but... Okay, so I can only put this next to groves right now, so we're gonna do that. Ideally, we get more, some more stuff to put down. Let's put the battlefield next to the graveyard. That kind of makes some sense, right? Like, logically. Attack speed, less defense. No, I think we're good right now. Alright, we'll put another grove next to that so that we could try to spread our blood grove a little bit more as well. Alright, armor better? Armor better. Shield better? No. Let's punch on that slime. Pause. Meadow. Mountain. Rock. Not too much to say about this. I am punching slimes like it's nobody's business. We're going to put out another meadow here. We're going to put out another grove here. We're just going to make like a line of groves apparently. I'm sure it's kind of crossed your mind. Yes, you can theoretically have an entire road of like groves or graveyards or what have you. you're just kind of like screwing yourself by a lack of diversity in enemies. Skelly! Please don't respawn as a ghost. I would not appreciate that. Thank you. Ring's better, I think. Plus, it's equipment level 3. Your equipment gets better as you... basically, you'll get dropped better equipment if you're wearing better equipment, if that makes some sense. I like these guys' attack sound effects. Okay, so we gotta pause for a sec. Let's get our giant mountain going. And we'll put a treasury out here, because then we can put the meadows along the bottom, and that's 3 of them that we need right there. And we're gonna put out that blood grove there. So... Huh. I thought that they would turn into something else. Huh, must have been mistaken. That's fine. Now these guys, you see, have that orange effect. That tells you that they have the effect of the blood grove on them, where basically 15%, when they're at 15% health, they just kind of die. As you can see, they're getting eaten by the vines now. Alright. Pause. Alright. Better sword. Okay. Let me put this on first, because then we can replace it if we need to. This one gives me regen for a lack of health. I think we're okay with it. And we got an Oblivion card. We'll just hold on to that for now. Level 4 ring with regen. Sure. Because now, at least between fights, I'm still gaining back some health. Whereas with Vampirism, you have to be fighting to get health. Makes some sense. That sword's just not as good. I'm not even going to bother looking at it. Okay. Oh, hang on. Less damage, but regen per second and Vampirism. I think we'll take it. Let's put out a rock here. Okay, decrease the maximum amount of monsters. We'll do that just to stop the goblins from going ham. Because apparently goblins are like rabbits in this world. They really go at it in that wood cabin of theirs, you know? Yes, we're talking about goblin reproduction. It's a thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. I don't work as fast as some other YouTubers. I have to like pause between like when I'm placing a lot of stuff so that I can think about it. Oh, that's a good mace. We'll have to have a look. Alright, pause. Okay, a lot less max HP, but gives attack speed. Regen per second is the same, and some magic damage. I think we will take that. This one gives more damage and some damage to all, but we lose some regen per second in Vampirism. I think we're okay with it. Clear some fights a little bit faster. And we still have regen, it's just a little less. Got a Harpy Goblin combo. Oh, he smooshed the Harpy. Alright, let me check this. More HP and Vampirism, but I lose attack speed and regen per second. I don't think that we like it enough. And this gives us more HP, but we lose all our secondary stats. I don't think we like that enough either. We just one shot at a spider, that's alright. Let's put out another grove, I guess. We'll do that there. And we'll start putting the meadows out there. Got our first vampire castle. It took long enough. Alright, pause. Meadow. Vampire mansion. Let's put that here, to be honest. And what do you got? More defense, magic damage, and damage to all. Sure. Plus it's just better. We had a level 1 shield on us. There's an added effect of the grove. Yeah, it takes out some creatures, but after it eats a certain amount of creatures, it will spawn a special creature. We'll hopefully see that on this loop. Now, if I waited to put these down, I could have put that a little bit closer. We will learn eventually to to optimize things, but today is not that day. Usually you don't expect to get as many treasuries as this, so... Alright, still no special creature. Let's have a look at that weapon. It's a big nope. Vampire Mansion, we'll just put that there, sure, why not. Decrease amount of monsters, we'll put that there. We really don't like the goblins going too crazy, so, you know, we're fine with that. And there's fine too. I might take the road lanterns out eventually because they're useful, but I don't know how useful, you know. Eventually I'm going to want to put some stuff near that vampire mansion though, probably. Let me just go ahead and meadow that guy. We'll put a rock up here, I guess. I don't want to close off the opportunity for more treasury stuff down there, so... Pardon me, let me look at that. Less HP, some damage to all, and evasion. I still like my attack speed and my regen a little bit better, I think. Let's go ahead and just slap some rocks up here. Well, the skeleton only got one attack off, but this is a mimic, so we're still getting attacked. You see here, rock, meadow. We popped that, so now we're going to start getting gargoyles, maybe. Let's put some spooters there so that the vampires got some toys to play with. Having said that... Oh, this is the attack speed thing. Yeah, we'll put that there. And one there as well. There's one of the blood clots that we talked about before. They don't really spook me, but they're kind of gross looking. They have some interesting attack sound effects too. It's like, whoom. Oh, he turned into a ghost. Pardon my hiccup. Oh, and he turned into a ghost of a ghost. Which does happen. Alright, we're going to put one of these here, I guess. Still just Bloodgrove, sorry. Continue on. Worth noting, just because the vampire is dead doesn't mean that the harpy does not get vampirism. It has it, it keeps it. We will take that shield, it's a little bit better. And we'll put more spadooters next to the vampire. We're doing alright. We're still doing alright on health, too. We got a steady regen going on. What are you? Magic damage? No, we don't like it. More max HP, less magic damage, damage to all, and defense. No. Alright, we got some cards to do some stuff with. Let's put a grove here, rock here, more rock, rock, mountain, sure, why not? I see that there's a goblin camp there, so we're going to start trying to neuter them. They're going to probably pop out here just because that's my luck. And beacon, we like bacon. Francis or otherwise. Let me see. Let's try this. Go with that. I still have Oblivion cards if things start to get spicy, but right now we're doing alright. Now this is just more damage to all. We'll just put that straight on. Oh, we'll have to have a look at them. Alright, so less damage, but it gives vampirism. This one has less damage, but it has defense. So we don't like this one. This one we will consider slightly. We already have 11 damage to all, so we lose 4. So we're not losing all of it, but I think it's worth it. Give us a little bit more of that regen, basically. Alright, pause up. Less regen, straight up. This is loses my damage per all. No. Put that out. And just for the sake of popping it, we're going to put that out too. Put that up. Music seems to have changed slightly, and it had me worried for a sec. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, Bloodgrove, I'm going to need you to do a little more of the work here. Alright, there we go. Bloodgrove plus damage to all works out in your favor, because then, just because you're not necessarily going to finish the creature, with your splash damage, you might. Let's go put some more of these out next to the graveyards. Let's put a Vampire Mansion up there just for fun. We'll mount some more rocks over here. Now, I wonder if I do this, if I'm going to have 2 vampires there. I'm actually curious if that works. We'll see. I don't know if placing vampire mansions next to each other will even have an effect. Like if I put them right next to each other, maybe they become like a huge vampire castle or something. I don't know. These guys are so fast. Oh, hang on. Good ring. Damage to all, yes. Counter, yes. Sure, we lose some regen, but it's bound to happen eventually, right? You got a Harpy, Vampire, 2 Spadooters. The vampires are good for equipment, at least. Alright, pause. Okay, so we got some vampirism here, straight up. But we lose some damage to all. This one, we just gain some HP, but lose secondaries, which we don't like. This one, gain defense, attack speed, but lose some counter. We lose some damage to all. And then we'll take it, because attack speed's good. This one, we gain HP and some damage to all, but we lose some of the other stuff that we really like. Alright, what do we like? Do we like this? No, we don't. I think I got ready too much of my regen and vampirism abilities here. I'm gonna have a look at that Sward. Hello, Sward. More damage, more vampirism, and some magic damage. Now we need a road lantern. Where am I? I'm here. I'm gonna put that there. And we're gonna mount some of these out. And I'm gonna actually Oblivion this Goblin Camp. And I'm gonna Oblivion this as well, because that's getting spicy, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it around to begin with. I'm getting a little too low to contend with what's kind of coming out. You guys might see our first death here. That gargoyle almost got to me. Okay. You can do it! Are you any good? No. I mean, yes, it's good. It's just not what we're looking for. I think we die in this fight. Yeah. Alright, so we lose a lot of this stuff. But alright. I'm alive? But how? Thanks to us. A small group of us dragged you here. It wasn't easy. Forget what her voice was, so you just deal with it. How could you fight off all those monsters? They nearly killed me. That's also interesting. Many of them vanished right before our eyes. Some we managed to avoid, but I think most of the beasts were gone even before we left the camp. I think your trips are deeply connected to your memories, my friend. Everything falls apart as soon as you're unconscious. Alright, so that explains that. At least they have a explanation for death, basically. Now, do I have anything that I can build? Not quite. Nope. We can't do nothing, so we're gonna go right back out. And punch things right in our face. I think we're okay with our deck, too. We don't have any cards to sub out, so we might as well not get rid of any. Punch that slime. Punch it good. Pause. Mountain. Mountain. Spooter. Continue. Mountain. Alright. Now give me a weapon or something. Like, I actually need equipment, not more terrain. Now you're just doing it to spite me. make a mountain out of mountains with a rock in the middle. Okay, you gave me equipment, but it wasn't equipment I needed. Alright, so we got a spider at least. Shield. Okay, well, we're building on our defense right now, but I mean, I'd like a weapon. I mean, not too much to say about this. I'm just waiting for some stuff to happen. I think I'll put the cemetery here because it's right before the camp and I can heal any damage from the skellies when that happens. Alright, let's put the meadow up here. And groves, we're going to do similar thoughts but different. We're going to put that after the camp so that I can be healed when I go through it. Because remember, we're going to blood grove that sucker. I just like the curvy cemetery. I'll put that up here. I'm committing to the aesthetic of a bunch of mountains circling a small rock, even though it literally doesn't matter. Sometimes you have to make your own fun in this game while it's just kind of doing its thing. Finally, a sword. And some armor. Alright, Spooter there, I guess. We'll keep the road lantern for now because we don't know where our gobos are gonna spawn at. I guess I could have put this rock up here because I don't think meadows bloom orthogonally. It's okay. We'll put this one up here, and then you guys can pretend that I just did that. Vampiric skeletons is a terrifying idea, so we're gonna put the vampire mansion over here. It seems like a good idea. I was gonna click on him a few times just like to feel like I was doing something, but then I remembered hovering over them pauses the game. Okay, come on. These guys are called what? Rat dogs? Like, are they more rat or more dog? It's just a lot more defense, but I still think that the secondary stats are useful to me. Counter is good. Okay. Tired of waiting for mountains, so I have to abandon the meme. Alright, this should be straight up better, yeah. This is good. If your weapons don't level up as fast as the enemies do, you're gonna have a bad time. Alright, we got a level 2 ring finally. Attack speed's good. Put the meadow out here. Alright, put the road lantern directly next to goblin camps as often as you can, otherwise they start to go crazy. And a lot of goblins is bad. Alright, let me grab this beacon here. That covers a lot of ground. So let's see, this covers 5, 7 squares. This covers 7 squares. This covers 2, 4, 5, 8 squares. 3, 6, 9, 10 squares. I think that one wins out. You want to cover more of the road as much as you can, obviously. Oh, and let's get us some harpies in here, apparently. Okay, got us a blood grove. That's good. I need better equipment, though, because otherwise this is going to be a short run. I might just head back when I get to the camp. I don't know. Sure. Sometimes it's better to hedge your bets, and right now I'm just like at a slowly losing battle with the HP. More HP, some counter, and evasion. We'll take that. A lot of people have had a lot of success with an evade build, where if you get your evasion up to like 30%, it means they can't even really hit you. And there's something to be said for that, obviously. I think I run away. I think I do. Another success. You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone, the path is empty again, and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So technically you remember that there are things you've forgotten. We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need a place to work. We can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials have survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I noticed it with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. Neat. Alright, can I actually build anything? I can actually. We can't build this yet, and that's how we get our next class. We can't build this yet, and I desperately want that because it actually gives you like an XP system in runs. But we can build a herbalist hut, which might help with some of our runs. Now, we don't want to build it too close, like we want to leave some space around the field kitchen, so let's go ahead and drop that here. It's a miracle that we could find some fertile soil, and that we were able to save some seeds of precious healing herbs. But the real miracle is that all of these healing poultices and bombs still have any effect. We've already lost many people because of the cataclysm. It would be nice not to lose more to disease. And these potions can also help you. Take a bottle or two on your trip, and your chances of getting back unharmed will be much higher. Thank you, Granny. Alright, so basically, she does what she says. I am able to take like 5 potions with me on a run now. This episode might run a little long, but we're going to take another run at it. We just got the swamp card. Let's get rid of the road lanterns and put in a swamp. We'll see how that works. Probably poorly. So yeah, now I can take 3 potions with me. You can't use them manually, basically just whenever you get low on health, I think. Yeah, your trusty travel companion heals you by 4% HP when your life is in danger. The fewer you have, the more you cherish them. But you also refill them every time you pass by the camp. That's worth noting as well. So just because I have 2 out of 3 now doesn't mean I only get 2, only ever get 2. You rebuild them as you go around. I like how they gave me a sword and it's exactly the same as the sword I had. This one gives me regen. I like that. Starting a run with regen is nice. I don't know if I explained it very well before, but I value regen more than I value vampirism, because vampirism only affects you in a fight, whereas regen happens between and you don't have to hit a creature for it to be working. Swamp. The stench is murderous, or maybe it's the poison. Spawns a mosquito every 3 days. All healing effects are lethal here except for the potions. They are still on your side. So basically, regen is bad for you here. Interesting. Just to be safe, we'll put that right before the camp so that we can heal. But I don't like mosquitoes. Even in real life, I have a slight skin allergy to mosquito bites. So if you think your mosquito bites are bad, try being allergic to mosquito bites. It's a bad time. Ask Big Country. He'll vouch for me. When I get bitten by a mosquito, I don't get a molehill. I get a mountain, you know? It's twice the size of a mosquito bite as I should get. Alright, any of these swords better? No, apparently not. We're just in the land of the slightly mediocre equipment. Alright, so this gives me attack speed and counter and regen. It's just strictly better than the ring I had. Let's grab some more spooters in that. Whoops. I misplaced the meadow. It's behind the Oblivion card. We're just gonna have to be okay with that. That ring's probably worse. Let's put a mountain up here. Axe, also the same. I need to check and see if, as I'm walking through the swamp, if I lose health from my regen. That's a thing that I'm curious about. Because then I could understand not wanting to put the swamps in front of your campsite, because your regen might literally kill you before you get there. Alright, pause. Mountain. Continue. Worst case, I can use those Oblivion cards to get rid of the swamps if I get in a bad way. Check the shield, it's the same. Put some meadows up here, and continue. At least I have a fairly smooth sailing section up here for now. Probably get worse in a little bit. Let me know if you guys want to see a stream of this. I wouldn't mind trying to stream some. I haven't really been doing a lot of streams, but those guys look like hummingbirds, not mosquitoes. I couldn't really tell if my regen walking through the swamps was murdering me. Slightly inconvenient. Pause. Treasury. Here. Meadow. Here. Mountain. Alright. We're still in good shape for now. I didn't notice his sword. Just better. My ring is better than all them rings. Oh, let me put down some meadows as well. And the beacon is the attack speed one. Let's just... I wonder if they stack. I don't know. But we'll do something like that. Try to cover more road. My evade's doing alright at just 10%. Let me see here. Let's put a mountain down here as well. And we'll just Oblivion this goblin camp because I don't want to deal with them. It'll still spawn another one eventually, but at least I don't have to deal with that one. This shield's just better. Even though personally I'd want a metal shield instead of a wood one if I had the option. Meadow. So yes, the regen per second does affect me even outside of combat, so you gotta be kind of careful with that, I suppose. It's not such a great effect, pardon my phone, not such a great effect that it should be lethal, but I suppose if you have a lot of regen, it might. Right now, it doesn't affect me that much. Metal shield instead of wood, how about that? I was just talking about that vaguely. So it sounds like Bub's home, hopefully. But anyways, I'll finish this run up here soon, and then that'll be a video anyways. So, I got a vampire mansion. I don't know if I want to put that down just yet. We will see. Is this ring better? It is not. Lots of stuff on the left half of the map doesn't really give me time to affect anything outside of combat. Just more defense. Put a grove down here, I guess, with a vampire mansion. Put a vampire mansion up here in case slime spawn. And at least the right side of the map is not lonely anymore. Put a swamp up here. Why not? Vampiric mosquitoes just sounds like a natural thing, doesn't it? Spooters don't want to get hit, apparently. So that, like, sound effect you're hearing is me taking potions, so obviously that fight didn't exactly go my way. Where did I have groves? I have them here. Oh. Rat's paws again, it's fine. I have now officially used all of my potions, so I think when I get back to the camp, I might just run. Cool. Put that out. Pause for a sec. Let's just go ahead and put on better armor. And we'll keep the evasion, just because we need to be able to get through somehow. I just confirmed that walking through a swamp, even if you don't fight, does have the regen hurt you, so that's no fun. I might die here. Vampire's kicking my booty hole in. Yeah, the creatures leveled a little faster than I did, but that's fine. Alright, am I able to build anything for the end of this episode? Oh, I was just about able to build a farm. Yeah, I don't even know what the next thing I need is. This would be nice, because starting with some equipment would be nice. This I really want. So, yeah, well, next time we'll hopefully be able to get that. But for this time, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. You got to see a few more things. But next time, we're really going to get on the grind to try to get some more buildings unlocked. And we'll see you guys then. Bye.